You know.
Awesome, thank you very much. Let's get this back out how I like it. Let's get on board with Hydra. Let's get my time intervals on. Hydra, not with the best start. Samurai pulling alongside, and PSUK Forza, sorry, lunging one up the inside. Very opportunistic there. Shame he couldn't get the run on Hydra on the exit, but Samurai, as we've seen, bloody quick on the straight, and Hydra's actually going to lose a position off the start here if Samurai can hold it, and he does. Oh, Samurai's lost it right in front of Hydra.
Oh!
That was very sideways. Oh
Very
my
big.
days, that was good avoidance. Hydra's going to lose out big time on momentum here. Knockhill comes flying through. Mr. Fergs is up with us already from last on the grid. Or
DDM Drifting is going after Rye now in ninth place.
Yeah, I can see you guys behind me. That was chaos going through.
That really shook things up there.
Drifting making the move stick on Rye, I think, there. He's going to be on the outside for the right-hander. He should be out more momentum. Although Rye's sticking with him nicely on the inside. We're 2x2 here. Hydra on the outside of Grumps. Rye up the inside of Drifting. I have no idea how this is going to play out. There's four
I
cars.
don't know either.
Now on the inside, so...
Hydra got by and now
just cleared them.
Drifting next to Grumps. That's...
So both the cars on the outside benefited there at Ravage. And Drifting up the inside of Grumps, making it up into P7. Oh, and Grumps has sim twitched off.
The
He's
big
done
sim twitch into the wall.
He's Giovinazzi'd it.
He has, yeah. The wheels come off.
And we've got a change for P3 up ahead by the looks of things. I think there's that Leachy in the Red Bull car going slightly wide. And Demented Goat. Sorry, I still don't know that game attack. It is Demented Goat.
It is Demented, yes.
Really putting the pressure on for P2. I need to take a breath. What a start that was! That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think Drifting gained about 5 or 6 places in that chaos up Radion, because he was really far back, and then he managed to thread his way all the way through everybody that had lost momentum and slowed down, and he's managed to get himself right up here with everybody. It's really good.
Him, Mr. Fergs, and Knockhill all doing the same thing. So Mr. Fergs started pretty much last, and he's currently 5th. Although he's just hit Demented Goat, who had an issue at the bus stop. So Hydra and Mr. Fergs, side by side into turn 1 now.
This is going to be a good one.
They're going to be stacked up behind Goat. Hydra going deep round the outside. Fergs going up the inside. Deep. He's hit Knockhill. He was going for the old Hakkinen on Schumacher. It's the wrong corner. It's
They're
still
going to have
3
to
wide,
sort this out before Radion, and it's going to be another mess.
Mr. Fergs is slotted in behind Demented Goat, but Hydra and Fergs are still side by side. Are they going to do this up Radion?
I think they are. I think they're going to have to use this,
they're going very wide.
Yeah, they're going to have to use the tarmac there. That was a bit...
Well, they were door to door, and they both used about as much as each other, so I think we'll have that one maybe. Demented Goat, not having to go too wide, is on the attack of Knockhill for P3. He's got some straight line speed. They've made a little bit of contact up ahead. Demented Goat losing traction a little bit there. Popping up this tyre smoke.
Yeah, Ferg's closed in massively, and he's got Hydra right on his gearbox now.
I was just about to say, Hydra had a pretty good exit out of the Lecombe section. He goes for a dive up into Ravage. Wow, that was ballsy. That could have been a very big accident.
Yeah, big time.
He's
Drifting trying to follow it up, but not able to get the nose in there.
Speaking of Drifting, Leachy was very sideways through No Name. Up in P2.
I saw the smoke up ahead. Everybody's going... Like, they've all turned it up to 11 for this race, I think. They're all really wanting it, considering how close it was last race.
Demented Goat is a bit of an enigma in this race. He looks like he's got some serious speed, but he also seems to be very inconsistent. So
yeah,
could be very entertaining in this battle with the 3 guys around him who have been the series protagonists, really. Knockhill right in front, and Hydra and Mr. Fergs right behind, with DDM drifting right on the bumper of Mr. Fergs as well.
Fergs went wide. I thought he caught the gravel there, but I think he just about kept out and kept his speed up. You can see how the draft is working, though. Everybody's gaining more and more speed. I think Fergs is gaining a little bit of space on Hydra here.
Hydra going up the inside of Demented Goat. Is he nearly going to hit? Oh my god, that was close. We was on bumper cam with Hydra then. And Mr. Fergs dives into the pits.
Followed by CCX Wright, who slams into the pit wall. Good grief.
Not the end of the pit wall, I hope.
No,
The, bit that you
he
can
used
bounce
the
off.
outside of the pit wall like a cushion, really. He just sort of slammed into it,
Ah, that's all right.
probably caused
Right,
himself
where's
quite a lot of
Goat gone?
damage. But
I looked at. Oh, he's still one possessed behind. Okay, never mind. Right, I don't like these replay cameras. I've tried using them. Let's get back onto the game cam. See if DDM Drifting can make his way past Demented Goat for P5. Don't worry, Don. We might mention the cut of Radion. Tell you what, the action is actually going to be slightly further up. I've moved in the wrong direction. Leachy dropping to P3rd now. Not killing second already, and he's going for the lead. Up the inside into Lecom of Andy. He's gone a bit deep though. Andy's gone for a bit of a cutback, and he's turned in, and they're in contact. Andy, you need to swing it round the outside a bit wider there, mate. And Andy's ended up dropping to P3.
Hydra's joining
Leachy
in
now got the run on Knockhill. Leachy makes Knockhill go defensive. Opens the gap up for Andy while Leachy was looking at going around the outside of Knockhill. Andy's slotted it up the inside. How many times have we seen cars go side by side through there today? That is not a place to go side by side, people.
No, it's really not. But people keep trying it. People keep wanting those positions. Like, it's somewhere that you think you've got more room than you actually have.
Yeah, and Hydra, as you mentioned, right on this battle as well now. Leachy and Andy going at it. Knockhill starting to break free now, a couple of corners later. Hydra, and we've got Drifting and Demented Goat side by side behind as well. Hydra into the back of Leachy.
Drifting making the pass on Goat.
Damn, I looked away at the wrong point. And now we've got Leachy around the outside of Andy. Hydra's going to try and put it up the inside and follow Andy through. He's got Drifting there as well. Can Drifting make it a train? This is almost like a NASCAR-esque move, and Leachy's going to end up in the gravel, but we've gone to a black screen.
I've got a black screen. Who's lagged out?
What's going on? Well, there's Leachy, and he has dropped all the way to 6th after touching the gravel. I think Drifting's got a good run out of all of that. No, maybe not as good as I thought it was from a couple of cars further back. Will we see anyone dive into the pits? Surely these guys that have stayed out must have lost time to Mr. Fergs and CCX Rye, who went in on the previous lap. Oh, we've got Hydra and Drifting both going into the pits, and they've made contact on the way in. I think that was a late decision by Hydra there.
It's SLS Nathan and CCX Rye that have gone out of the race.
Oh no, Rye, that's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
So he had a good strategy by pitting on the first lap, I feel, because those guys really fighting. And potentially losing time with each other. Knockhill's in a good position now, and we've got another black screen. Knockhill in the lead with a lot of clean air in a very promising position. He's been in this position a couple of times, I think, in reverse grid races. You can just extend that and extend his stint. The race is 2 laps shorter than the first one. I didn't realise that. I thought they were normally both the same length.
Oh, it's 3 wide going around towards Eau Rouge now.
Really? Where?
Yeah, Hydra and Drifting came out of the pits, and Mr. Fergs went around both of them.
Damn, I can't believe I missed that. I was trying to find something else going on.
That was, well, they got out of side by side well before Eau Rouge. But it was interesting to see them coming out of the pits. So yeah, very close up here at the top now, and the extra lag out was Zip Plant.
That's always a shame when someone disconnects. I'm especially disappointed for Rye, who would have been, I think, probably right behind Drifting at the moment, based on the gap between him and Fergs when they went in.
Yeah,
he would have been right up here.
He would have been right up here with these guys had he not disconnected. So it is unfortunate.
So it's going to be really interesting between these guys and Knockhill now, because Knockhill had equivalent pace to sort of Rye and Drifting in the first race. And was it PSUK Forza in the early stages as well?
I think it was, yeah.
And he had a little bit of a gap, so he's going to be almost on the pace of Fergs and Hydra. He's probably not quite there with those guys this week, as we've mentioned a couple of times. Knockhill with a broken finger and racing on a wheel today, as opposed to his preferred controller. It's going to be down to how much Hydra and Fergs battle, because Hydra was all over the back of Mr. Fergs through Stavelot, and I think we're seeing the difference in their tunes now. Mr. Fergs with a lot more straight line speed, just walking away as we head down towards Blanchimont. Leachy now in the pits from P2, I think it is. So it'll be interesting to see where he comes out. That could give us an idea into what the difference might be between Knockhill.
You say walking away,
but
but the extra aero on Hydra's tune allows him to brake a lot later than Ferg's, from the looks of
Yeah,
it.
he's right back onto his bumper into the bus stop, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, Andy's in the lead. Have we got Knockhill in the pits?
I think he did.
We've got Knockhill in the pits. He's coming out now.
He is coming out now on those cold tyres.
Knockhill right out the pits.
How that
Oh, we're too wide
shapes
behind
up
as well.
coming into a Rouge. Radion.
We saw people get sideways here on the first lap because of cold rear tyres. How's Knockhill going to handle it?
Pretty well.
Nice and smoothly.
Pretty well.
So we know Fergs has got that straight line speed.
Yeah.
Has he got enough to catch? There's a big gap going down to Lecombe.
I don't know. And he's got enough straight line speed that he's walking away from Hydra while Hydra's in the draft. That's another thing.
Yeah, but then Fergs is also in Knockhill's draft, and you know what it's like when you're that third car. Forza doesn't necessarily simulate it that well.
Yeah, that's true. But he's still walking away
end up losing
in
out
up towards the bus stop in the draft.
Let's get the player focus on.
Hydra's thinking about going up to Ferg's inside, but Ferg's closing it off. We come up to no
We've
name
got Demented Goat. Demented Goat looking like he's just passed Andy for the lead of the two cars that haven't pit yet.
Ooh, interesting.
I'd love to go and watch that battle, but I can't take my eyes off these guys. These three, with drifting only a second behind. These are the guys that we've been talking about as the championship protagonists ever since the first round. It's Hydra almost touching the wheel on the grass there under braking. Like this is the battle we've been waiting for, basically.
Oh yeah.
And considering where they started and how the first race went, and the issue for Knockhill as well, like I wasn't expecting this week. But
well, here we are.
This is what we're getting, and I'm going to love every second.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Fergs, that was goddamn close to that.
They're using every inch of track that they can find to try and gain the little bit of advantage over each other, and it is fantastic to watch.
Fastest lap of the race so far is Mr. Fergs on a 25 flat, which is serious pace, because I don't think he's had an ounce of free air. Oh, we've got Hydra going up the inside.
Huge dive from Hydra, and he makes it stick.
That was a great move. That's that extra aero you were talking about last lap, getting so much later on the brakes.
Yeah,
that's,
absolutely.
That's twice that Hydra's done that into that corner and been ever so close to running into the back of Knockhill. He did it before they'd all pitted as well, when we was riding on bumper cam, and that was scary. That one looked a little safer, but it was still a lovely move for position.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch that one when you saw it earlier, but that one that's just happened was, yeah, that was pretty textbook. He managed to just about get the whole car past before the apex. And Mr. Fergs turned in and just scraped, just very slightly, the back of Hydra's car, so, yeah.
So what are we going to see from Mr. Fergs here? He's a long way back, but he's going to be closing very quickly down the Kemmel. That's 15 feet already. They're going to close in into the braking zone, but we know he's just not going to be as good on the brakes, though. Concertina effect dragging him a bit closer, but he missed the apex slightly. It's going to be... It's interesting. So you'd expect the lower aero of Mr. Fergs allow him to be slightly better in sort of the racecraft department, but as you rightly mentioned, the extra aero really helping under the brakes, seemingly having a bigger factor here.
Yeah, honestly I wouldn't have thought about it like that if I was tuning a car for here. I would have stripped off more aero than what Hydra seems to have done, because I would have thought, you know, you'd get the better lap times and more reliable lap times from it. But yeah, the dash of extra aero seems to be really working for him. Especially
also,
where it counts.
I just realised, on that lap, with that overtake, Hydra did 24.8.
Good grief, really?
Yeah. I've just realised it's the new best lap of the race. And that's the only time they've crossed the line since I previously mentioned it was a 25 flat from Fergs. So Hydra really driving like a man possessed.
Well, yeah, he's right up behind Knockhill now after that middle sector.
And I think this is for the effective lead as well with Knockhill. Demented Goat is in the actual lead on track. He's got a 1.5 second lead.
We got one in the pits now as well. Samurai.
So I think Hydra has rather dropped Mr. Fergs at this lap since getting past him. Hydra's so good on the brakes into the hairpin.
Yeah, he really is.
As we see Grumps dive in ahead of them. Are we going to see a new quicker lap here?
Maybe so.
24.6 from Williams Hydra that lap.
Damn. Yeah.
Really in the rhythm with this car now. And now he's just got to navigate Knockhill. I apologise to every other driver in this race. There might be some other brilliant battles going on, but so, as I mentioned earlier, do you want to take your eyes off this? Tell you what, Knockhill. Knockhill seems to have a different tune as well. I don't know if he's got less aero or just a different. He's dropping Hydra as much as Fergs is in a straight line. That's a huge gap by the time they hit the braking zone of Lecombe.
Yeah, it really is.
The problem is, you've then got 3 medium speed corners, and by the time they're going to head into Rivage, Hydra is literally touching Knockhill's bumper again.
Oh yeah.
To the point where Knockhill's going defensive into Rivage. Don't run them both out wide, chaps. You want to watch that Forza glue. Berg's not quite close enough to capitalise or get involved in this, but if they keep this up much longer, he'll be right there. It's only, I don't know how far back it is. Play focus. Oh no, not the black screen.
Oh, we're having a black screen moment.
That's a big black screen moment. Oh, there's another one. Come on.
He's gone.
So not killing Hydra still okay. Mr. Ferg still okay. I think that's drifting still fine. Grumps is P12. He's good. So we've lost third eye. He went in the first race as well, didn't he?
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So I think it is just Demented Goat and PSUK Andy yet to pit. They've got nearly a 3-second gap between those guys now. As I mentioned earlier, Demented Goat seems to have some really decent pace. It's just perhaps a little bit of consistency seems to be letting him down whenever we've seen him in and around the battles.
Yeah.
And I've only just noticed this race has flown by. We've only got 3 laps left at the end of this one.
I know, right? Yeah, no, the extra excitement's really made the time fly. We got Andy K in the pits now as well.
Knockhill locked up into the bus stop. Hydra's actually slightly ahead as they hit the left-hand section of it.
Leaning on him.
Pushing him wide. They're leaning on each other, yeah, as they exit. Knockhill with that better straight line speed. Can he clear him and defend into turn 1? I don't think he's quite going to be able to do it. No, he's not. Hydra up the inside.
Potential
gets the apex nicely.
I think Hydra's covered it.
But we know that Knockhill's got that straight line speed, and so does Mr. Fergs. Don't tell me they're going to end up going too wide.
I think they are.
Knockhill's got a great run. He's going to go for the 2 wide. They're side by side as they go through over. We've seen this once already between Hydra and Fergs. Yeah, not using as much as when Hydra and Fergs did it, but Hydra going very far off to the right-hand side. And now we've got to keep an eye on Mr. Fergs, who's going to have a brilliant run, because he didn't have to go side by side.
Hydra with a big wiggle on.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things that people do when they're not happy. Fergs round the outside. I know TM Marduk does it in his F1 career mode when he is happy. Just a sort of show of emotion, really. And Mr. Ferg's really in this battle now as well. Hydra, lovely setup for the cut back to the right-hand side. He's going to be on the inside for Rivage. We've seen him overtake here once already in this race on the guy behind him at the moment, Mr. Fergs, from a much worse position. And I think that's going to be a nice, simple move for Hydra there, as long as he can hold it through the left-hander. And now we've got Fergs and Knockhill side by side. Fergs trying to go around the outside. And they're still side by side as they're going to pull on. Let's jump back on board with one of them.
Yeah, they've got pretty comparable aero, a little bit of contact coming in. They've both gone a little bit wider than they would have liked. Ferg's dropping back a little bit now. Well. Drifting might be able to capitalise over the next couple of corners, depending on how they go for both. Well, all 3 drivers. Yeah, drifting right on the gearbox.
Drifting nearly into the back of Fergs there, into that chicane. Yeah, it's not the Reticule chicane, is it? That's one of the. It sounds too Italian.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm terrible with corner names.
I know most of the major ones at most of the major tracks, and there's just gaps in my knowledge where I get mixed up with each other.
I'm much the same as you, except I'm worse in everywhere. I know this one is called the bus stop because it looks like a bus stop.
I mean. Well, it used to.
Well,
Fergs getting into Knockhill's bumper there and under braking into the bus stop.
Yeah, it's telling
Really
him to go
pushing
faster.
him on the exit as well. Yeah, that's driver code for get a move.
Yeah, get up there, poking him with a stick. It'll be
Going to set up the cutback here.
jump past somebody in the pits there.
Not quite right. That
Yeah,
will
Goat's
be
gone
both of
past
them.
in the pits, so.
Goat and Andy
That
must
is-
have pitted since I last checked him.
Well, Andy pit last lap.
Oh, okay.
So-
Sorry, I'm so engrossed that I didn't even notice.
I did tell you, so you didn't even listen to me. So.
That's how engrossed I was. Right. Okay. I've
So
done
this
some
is the
Googling.
proper battle for the proper lead now, and it is. Well,
Ferg's deep on the brakes there. It's between the top four drivers in the championship if you look at average position and ignore the fact that we've had DNFs and crashes.
yes, exactly.
So this has not been straight sailing for Hydra by any means, like we thought it might have been when he finished 5th.
No,
But
exactly.
a decent lead over these two with a lap and a half to go is exactly what he needed after that first race.
Mm.
If there's anyone out there that's as confused as I am, the Rettifilio chicane is turns 1 and 2 at Monza, and that chicane is the Fagna chicane, Les Fagna. My pronunciations are awful, but
Speak Belgian,
that seems to
goddammit.
be Le Fagna. I have no.
It's funny because Belgian isn't a language.
Oh yeah, it's Dutch or Flemish or French, isn't it? They speak in Belgium. I hope Rubber Trail doesn't see this. He'd kill me. I think the top 4 might have settled down a little bit.
I reckon so. I think we've had our fun,
Do you
and a lot of fun that it
risk
was.
looking elsewhere?
5th and 6th were very close on the
I
map.
was just about to say that's Demented Go has been
Passed
here, there,
by
and
Le-
everywhere.
Oh, not passed by Leachy because he went into the pits, so he's come out behind Leachy then, hasn't he?
He has indeed. Let's zoom out on the track map. It looks like Goat going up the inside into the bus stop. Can he get it stopped? He hits the apex, lovely, and yeah, clears
Using all the
the
curb.
second part of it.
Yeah, textbook. Nice
Nice
one.
move.
Nice little overtake. Anybody
You know
else?
what, it looks like we've got. Yes, we do. We've got Beanpole and
Oh,
Andy
yes,
side
hello.
by side on the run down into turn 1. Beanpole, I think, on the attack out of the bus stop. Andy going deep round the outside. Let's get that off so we can see him better. But he's got PSUK Forza as well there in contention. Let's watch from his perspective. That would be a much better viewpoint. And there's 3 cars nose to tail as we enter Eau Rouge. Keep it clean, lads. It's the last lap.
Oh yeah, no holes barred. They're going for it. Andy's got the run
Andy
on
has got a
Beanpole,
fantastic
out of
run.
Radion,
Oh,
up down the camel,
made
bit of contact.
that was an interesting little wiggle. Tell you what, PSUK Forza's got one hell of a draft now.
Hasn't he just?
Don't tell me. No, he's gone left. He hasn't gone to try and make it 3 wide. Andy deep on the brakes. Can he get it round there? He didn't hit the apex,
Samurai.
but he didn't need to.
Massive lock up in
He's
the
made the
background,
move
kinda
on Beanpole.
trying to catch these guys up on the final lap.
Well, I don't blame him. If I was him, I'd be pushing with every ounce of sweat that I've got left.
Yeah, exactly. If these guys make
Oh, we
a
got
big
Forza
mistake,
going up
he
the
could
inside into Ravage.
get 3 places out of this.
Oh, Beanpole did not realise he
enough
was
room
having a
left
go
for
at
him
that.
by Beanpole.
I mean, it was ambitious, but yeah, that was typical sort of touring car bit of contact, really, I suppose.
Yeah, a bit of door bashing. It's all well within the rules.
realised I
Motorsport
didn't
is
check the
supposed
call.
to be a non-contact sport, but touring cars
It is.
makes an exception, I think.
I'll agree with that. Alright, let's get the map back up, see if we've got any other particularly close battles.
5th
We-
and
we
6th
do,
look
there's a
really
couple
close
close
still on the map.
Still Leachy and Goat. I might stay on board with these guys, but watch Leachy on the map. So I think the top 4, yeah, they're spread
Top
out,
four is
most
spread
spread out
out, yeah.
they've been all race, yeah. So 5th and 6th, Goat with a nice move at the bus stop on the penultimate lap. Being chased down by Leachy. We've then got JP in clean air in P7 before this gaggle that we're riding on board with of Andy, Beanpole and Forza.
Everybody using
Leachy looks like he might be going for it.
every ounce and more. back
Oh,
here.
we've
Oh,
got Beanpole into the
big
back of Andy.
lockups.
Forza's
Samurai
round the outside.
is just way
Andy's
out of it in
across
the
the background. Oh,
background.
we got a bit of Forza glue. Forza's gone deep. Is Samurai going to be there? It's going to be a drag race to the line, and Beanpole's going to finish it off in P9. So, whew,
Andy
after all that,
managing
they
to
finished where they were
hold
anyway.
on to 8th place after that.
Oh.
Very, very close battle in the last couple of laps there. Very well done.
I mean, I thought I saw Goat and Leachy side by side as well, and then with that three-way battle further back, crikey, how did they all finish in the same order?
I have no idea. That was so close
Well,
at the end. It's very well done.
We have been treated to a brilliant race there. I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
Absolutely.
What a round.